Welcome to Simple Interest. So simple interest has the percentage calculated on the amount originally borrowed and is paid at agreed times. The formula for simple interest is I equals PRN, where I is the interest, P is the principal, the amount you invest, R is the interest rate, and N is the time. You must make sure that the time and the rate are in the same units. So either they're both in years or both in months or both in weeks, etc. Here's our first example. Calculate the simple interest earned when $2,000 is invested for 4 years at 8% per annum. Second one, $1,500 invested at 3% per annum for 30 months. So the first one's very straightforward because 2,000 is invested for 4 years at 8% per annum, and annum means years, so both are in years. So we can just use the formula. The I is what we're trying to find, P is 2,000, R is 8%, N is 4, and you just type that in on your calculator and get $640. Second one has a little twist to it. $1,500 is invested at 3% per annum for 30 months. So notice the rate is in years, whereas in the time is in months. So we're going to change 30 months to years. So the interest we don't know, P is 1,500, rate is 3%, and N is 30 months, which is equivalent to 2.5 years, so that we can actually have them both in the same units. And then we just put it into our calculator, 1,500 times 3% times 2.5. With our second example, Tiana is going to invest $4,000 at 5% per annum, and it's going to produce $1,200 in interest. How long did she invest the money? So hopefully you can see that. That is, we're trying to find the value of N. So looking at this for our question, so the interest we actually know, it's $1,200. The principal, the investment, is $4,000 and the rate is 5%. And N is what we're trying to find. So we put it into our formula, 1,200 equals 4,000 times 5% times N. We'll work that part out, 4,000 times 5%, that's 200. And then we do the opposite of times is divide, and you do 1,200 divided by 200, and that gets you 6 years. Final example. So Renee buys a $1,000 lounge using a loan. She pays $200 deposit and borrows the rest at a simple interest rate of 4% per annum for 2 years. And we want to work out how much interest for part A, how much she will owe altogether, and if she pays it off fortnightly, how much will each fortnightly payment be. So let's start with the interest. So the allowance was $1,000 and she paid a deposit of $200, which means there's $800 left. And then using our interest formula, that's 800 times 4% times 2 years, which is $64. So her interest on this is $64. How much will she owe altogether? Well, that's going to be borrowed amount, so the amount she had to borrow plus the interest, and she had to borrow $800 plus the $64 of interest. And then finally, if she wants to pay it off in fortnightly instalments, then we take the amount that she owes, which is $864, and we divide that by the 52 fortnights that are in 2 years, to get our $16.54. And a shout out to Max. Thank you.